example. So in this example, I haven't answered them in order. It would not really make sense, and it wouldn't have great cohesion, which is how the text is joined together. Instead, I needed to look at what needed to be explained first. So I decided the first most important point was who designed it, and the fact that everyone at the time thought it would be unsinkable. So as you can see, I've got here, I've explained who designed it, and I've also explained a bit about why people at the time thought it was so special. So it was the largest afloat at the time, and it was thought to be the unsinkable ship. So it's kind of like, why is it famous? Yep. And that's not just the only reason why it was famous. As explained here, however, on its maiden voyage on the 15th of April 1912, it and its 1,500 of its 2,200 passengers made a grisly end when it collided with an iceberg in the North Atlantic Ocean. Right? So that's all a part of why is it famous. I've got a lot of facts in there which are really important. So I've said who, I've said it was on its maiden voyage, I've given the date, I've given the number of passengers and the people that died. I have stated where it sank, and I've explained why it sank. So all of these are facts that I had gathered up, and I had worked out how I could put that all together into one clear sentence. All right, let's look at the next sentence. For 73 years, the RMS Titanic lay like a silk-coated tomb 2 miles below the surface until it was discovered in 1985 by a joint US-French expedition led by Jean-Louis Michel and Robert D. Ballard. So here I'm talking about what happened to the Titanic after this, and I'm also talking about part of how it was discovered and what the site is and where it is. So for 73 years, so how long? Where did it lay? 2 miles beneath the surface of the North Atlantic. And then I'm talking about how it was discovered. Discovered in 1985 by who? And then I get into part of this, well, what's this got to do with archaeology? So I explain it proved an irresistible lure for underwater archaeologists. So here we have a bit more information about site location and discovery. And here, some information about why archaeologists were interested. Right, so you can see that I've got a lot of facts in there that I have been able to connect together in just 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences, but they're not short sentences. They're sentences that are complex in their structure. They include lots of facts, lots of information, and because I've really thought about how I'm going to put that all together. So that's my explaining. All right, now I need to back up what I'm saying with evidence or examples. So you guys aren't collecting quotes, but you can provide examples of things like artifacts that were found at the site, or examples of how big or tall something is. Here, I'm providing examples about what sorts of things, what sorts of archaeological expeditions. So here I'm giving examples. All right, so let's read. Since 1986, more than 100 deep sea dives to the wreck have been made. 5,500 artifacts have been removed, right? And a variety of films, including the James Cameron blockbuster, have been shot at depths one thought inaccessible. So this is a part of how's this site being accessed, how's it being used. I'm backing that up from my previous point, which said it proved irresistible to underwater archaeologists. So I'm giving some examples here to show you some of the things that they've done with the site to back up my point. All right, it's no good just providing examples and finishing off your paragraph. You always have to explain why they are relevant. What do these examples prove? Why are you giving me examples? So in this paragraph, and I'm talking about why the site is famous and what has happened since its discovery. So what does all of this work with the Titanic and all of this underwater archaeology show us? Well, as I explained, such underwater archaeology has brought to life the poignant, which means sad, circumstances surrounding one of the deadliest commercial peacetime maritime disasters in modern history. Now, thanks to advances in deep diving submersibles, enthusiasts can view the wreckage up close and in person before it succumbs to erosion and disappears forever. So, because of all this underwater archaeology and the work they've done, you can actually now view the wreckage because it's going to disappear. It's going to erode very soon. So this is part of that focus question 4, where we're talking about why should people visit the site. And now the clincher. So we've got to sum up. We can't just end our paragraph there. It doesn't make sense. So we have to sum up the main point of the paragraph, reminding the reader that what the paragraph is about. And this paragraph is about why is this site so famous? Why is it so special? So linking to my previous sentence, even with the price tag of $105,129 per person, the 29 tour is fully booked. This is a testament to how great this ship and its tragic demise has captured our interest. So that's why it's famous, isn't it? Because of the way it sunk and because it was this great liner that was meant to be unsinkable, and it sunk by hitting an iceberg on its main voyage, and so many people suffered such a tragic death. It really has sort of captured our interest, and that's part of why it's so famous and why we're so interested in it. So that sums that back up. So that is TEEE, did I put an extra one in there? C, paragraph, and it's really not too tricky. You can look over this when you're doing your work and keep coming back to the slides for help to check if you understand and if you're on the right track. And then I will have a look over it for you and I can help you with that in your draft. So there's no need to panic. You just need to give it your best shot. And as we have here in this great little GIF, boom, it's that. Oh, I said that wrong. Boom, easy as that. All right, good luck in your lesson today, and I look forward to looking at your research on the weekend.